who participated. So if you're new to this, Mondays I'm going to give out a challenge for the week, or at least 4 or 5 days. And then Friday we'll recap, kind of see if you did it, why did you not do it, how did it feel, was it uncomfortable, and just looking at and pondering and thinking about how it was. Okay, so if you didn't look at Mondays, go do that first, because this won't make any sense to you if you didn't watch Monday's video, which was all on courage and being courageous every single day in whatever area for you that would be courageous. So for me, which if you watch the video, a lot of my courageous work is done in relationship to people and communication and being courageous there. Just really a struggle for me. And this week, knowing that I'm doing it along with you, I was feeling all that anxiety again. Whew. So yes, it's uncomfortable. But we get stronger when we step into that uncomfortable spot and do it anyways. And a few times maybe I'm like, oh, I'm not going to do that one. That's fine. But then you have to see, like, why? And ask yourself, why did I not? Am I going to continually make excuses and not do the thing? Do you want to be that person? What kind of person do you want to be? You need to act that way so you believe that you are courageous, brave, whatever the word is. And that's the only way we will transform and grow, if that's the incentive and the goal for you. Some of you might not want to grow or change or transform. That's completely fine. I'm not for you then. This video is not for you. Okay, so Monday, for me, I had said that communication and that whole area is very intense for me. And it just stems from childhood and beliefs that I have. So Monday, I saw somebody at Starbucks that I know, kind of, but not really well. He was an old neighbor of ours. And right when I saw him, my first instinct was to just like, I'm just going to go in and I'm not going to say anything. It's ridiculous. Because I had just done the video, right, about courage, and here I am, going back into not being courageous. So knowing that I was doing it with you, so I went into Starbucks actually saying, okay, I'll do it, but not yet. Yes, I'm that person. I'm the type of person, and this is terrible, but true. If not all the time, but 83% of the time, if I see somebody I know at the grocery store, I'm the person that will turn and go down the other aisle. Ridiculous, right? Stupid. And it's not because I don't want to say anything to them. It's kind of like, oh, I don't want to make them awkward. Maybe they don't even remember me. Stupid. Okay, so that's what I was in Starbucks, and then I see him and his wife stand up to leave, and I was like, oh no. So I ran to the door, opened the door to the outside, and said, hey, neighbor. And I did it, and I felt so much better. Oh my God, this is ridiculous. That was Monday. Tuesday, I needed to get some blood work done because I have a doctor's appointment next month in California, so I need to get my blood work done. So I pull up to Quest without an appointment because I didn't know that I had to, and the sign on the door said, appointments only. So I'm like, ugh. And so the non-courageous Alicia would be like, okay, whatever, I'll go home and make an appointment, which is totally fine. But I was like, okay, what I think I should do is call the number. Maybe I can get in now. I'm already here, which is like a regular person would be like, yeah, duh. But for me, I'm like, oh, but I have to call and talk to somebody on the phone. There goes my anxiety. Long story short, I called. It was fine. They couldn't get me in. Whatever, I still made the call. I went home, called another location, made an appointment, and did it the next day. Done. Okay? Wednesday, I am a life coach, and currently I'm coaching my mom, which is a little difficult and iffy because I'm her daughter, but I'm her coach, and it's a thin line, but it's good for her and it's good for me, and I'm doing it. Wednesday was a little touchy, and I just was like, just be brave and talk in love and speak in love, which sometimes I just pull back and like, nah, I'll wait for that. But knowing that I was going to be courageous and I'm working on myself, I said things and went over the line of where I felt comfortable, and it was beautiful. And our conversation was so blessed, and she felt amazing after, and it was just like, okay, so that was Wednesday. Yesterday, there was a topic that I kind of wanted to speak to my husband about, which was uncomfortable, and I kept putting it off for probably over a month. And finally, I brought it up, and we had a conversation, and it was fine. I mean, a little bit of, I don't want to say confrontation, or because it wasn't, but it wasn't completely like a nothing topic, but it was uncomfortable for me to finally say it. It was fine. It was great. Our intimacy now is even closer, right? Because he knows I'm going to kind of come to him with more things that I'm afraid to say. So that was my week. How about yours? If you're feeling courageous, you should be, type a comment. Let us know a few of the things that you did that you would not have done if you did not watch my Monday's video. Hopefully, this is inspiring to you to see that I struggle also with all of you. So continue on this courageous path. You don't have to stop now because it's Friday. You're like, ooh, I'm done with that. No, continue. Make a jar of courage if you want to. Make notes. Continue on. Stay tuned for Monday. We'll have a brand new challenge. You can do it. I love you all.